it's Kaylee. Today I have a thrift haul from the Goodwill Outlet bins. I'm going to keep a running total to show you how much I made on each piece versus what I paid. So if you're interested in seeing what I got, then just stay tuned. Alright, so I went to the bins yesterday and I don't really enjoy going to the bins for sourcing. I do it when I need a bunch of inventory to amp up my store. I'm not currently in the need for a bunch of inventory, but I did go because my mom really likes going and she asked me if I'd like to drive up and see her. She lives about an hour away, which is about how far the bins are. So she only likes to go when I go with her. So she asked me if I wanted to go and grab lunch afterwards. So I said yes, and I figured I would just source while I was there. Hanging out with her, I tried really hard not to be on my phone the whole time and to kind of like stay with her as she was sourcing. By the way, she's just sourcing for my younger brothers and sisters because kids go through clothes like crazy as they're growing up. So she was shopping for herself. And I was just kind of trying to hang out with her. She doesn't like to go to the new bins when they come out, so I didn't go to as many as I normally would. I didn't shop the way I normally would because I was trying to hang out with her. So with that in mind, I did not do comps on pretty much all of these items. So some are worth my time and some are on the lower end. But I just thought it would be fun to show you guys what I picked up without doing comps at the bins. And I'm going to keep a running total on the screen here to see if I can make my money back. And I did, before the video started, do comps on all the items. So I will show you here on the screen. So this first one is by David Bitton, and it's the Buffalo Jeans by David Bitton. This is a men's size small, and it is just a like Nordic Fair Isle print men's pullover hoodie sweater. This feels like it's only been worn like once or twice. I like the print. Good quality. I don't think it's wool or anything like that. I think it's just acrylic. Yeah, it's just acrylic. But the style of it was good, so I picked it up to see how it would do. I did comps on this and I'm thinking I'm listing it for $25. This next one is by Ann Taylor Loft. It is a women's size 8, and these are a pair of women's camo pants, and they are a skinny leg. Camo's in. I mean, I see a lot of girls wearing these particular jeans, skinny in the camo print. I did comps on this, and I'm going to list mine for around $20. And I saw that the Ann Taylor Loft women's camo pants did have a good sell-through rate on eBay. This next one is by Guinevere, which I believe I saw was an Anthropologie brand. And you can see it's an alpaca blend here, which is why I gravitated towards it. It's kind of an open knit sweater, but it's got that, I don't know what the style is called because it's not like a turtleneck because it's really large and kind of comes on the shoulder. I think it could be called cowl because once it's on the mannequin, it's probably going to hang down a little bit. So I'll probably put cowl neck, but you can see that it is more of an open knit, but it's a really pretty like emerald green color, super soft. I am going to list mine for $17.99 based on comps. This is what happens when you go blind shopping, meaning I didn't do comps. I picked up these pair of Gap shorts. We all probably know what Gap looks like. These are the size 10 girlfriend chino pants, or chino shorts, sorry. So the reason I picked these up was because I like the color, and I came in with the mindset that because I wasn't going to do a lot of comps, I just wanted some things to like keep an eye out for, and one of those things was like summer shorts to start preparing for that. And I love picking those up at the bins because even when they're denim material or like a chino khaki like this, they're still super lightweight, and picking them up from the bins is great because usually I'm selling shorts for like anywhere from $15 to $30, so not a whole lot, but I love picking them up from the bins versus at Goodwill where I'm paying $5 because I can recoup more profits that way. So I went in looking for athletic wear and summer shorts. So I did find some of those today. So that's why I picked these up. I'll also wear these if summertime comes around and they are not sold. But I just thought that they were really cute. They're that girlfriend style, which is coming back in. They're an army green. And yeah, I just thought that they were really good. Looking at comps, I'm thinking they're only going to sell for about $15. And even with that, I'm probably going to have to put free shipping on them to move them. So I'm going to list mine for $15 with free shipping. This is a Calvin Klein women's suit dress. This is a size 10. This feels like really crisp, hardly been worn, if worn at all. And it's kind of that, I don't know, that really stretchy, soft material, but it's thick. I don't know what that's called, but this is a sleeveless sheath dress. You can see based on the line details that it is a flattering fit. 10 is a good size, I think, to pick up in office dresses. Now, I used to sell Calvin Klein office dresses in the past, and they did really well for me. Now, with that in mind, I don't usually source in the dress section at thrift stores anymore. I will in the summer, but it won't be very often. I'm just not big into sourcing dresses. They tend to sit for a while. So unless it's a really, really good quality brand or something really unique, I won't even go to that section to look it up. But because I was at the bins, I went ahead and took a chance on this. Now, these office dresses in particular, if you put the right keywords in, I find flip quickly. This one I'm going to list for $16 based on comps, and I need to make sure to put all the good keywords in it: sheath, fitted, office, career, suit dress. So I'm going to make a title somewhat like that to make sure that a buyer can find this pretty quickly. Sorry, these aren't in any particular order other than the way that they came out of the bag. So I got this at the bins. This is Zoe Plus Live. Wasn't very familiar with the brand. I think they're sold at Anthropologie. I got it because it was super, super soft and I like the graphic. So it's kind of like a sweater shirt. It's really lightweight, but it says way out west, and I know that Western's in right now, so I picked this up for the graphic mainly. And again, it is super soft. It's got like a drawstring detail right here. And then I learned that it was new attacks. So I saw a couple of these on eBay, and they weren't listed for very much, and they were both new. And then I went to Solds, and those were both new as well, I believe, but they also had 2 solds. So I'm going to make sure to put the right keywords in this and make sure to put Western in there. And I'm probably still, with it being new with tags and everything, based on the comps that I saw, only going to list this for $12.99. I found this Patagonia women's performance base layer, size extra small. I pretty much pick up Patagonia no matter what. Even if it's a basic piece and I'm getting it cheap, I'll pick it up. This was at the bin, so of course I picked it up. It is a quarter zip, really good condition, even though I do think it's an older piece. Just pull over base layer. You can see it looks like it's hardly been worn, like it's still super white right here. And it's got some like ribbing detail throughout, which gives it a little bit of character. Based on the comps I saw, I'm going to list this for $15, and it should sell very quickly because the sell-through rate looked pretty good. I found this Free People tunic. This may not focus. Yeah, it's not going to focus. Surprise, surprise. It like never does on Free People tags. This is a size small, and It is, I thought it was a dress at first, but after I looked up the style number, it is a tunic. So it's like this tiered baby doll black tunic top. And I did look up on Google like the actual style number that's on the inside. So this one in particular is called the Free People Purple Haze Tunic. And I saw that this was sold at Nordstrom Rack and it's sold out. So you can't find it anywhere anymore unless you're finding it on a place that's reselling it. And I didn't see a lot for sale even on eBay. So with that in mind, I am going to price mine at $35 and see what I can get for it. This next one is a dress by Ann Taylor Loft. And this is a women's size medium. This is really soft and it has bell sleeves. I need to make sure to list this soon because it is long sleeve and it's almost like a sweater dress. And you can see the like tiered bell sleeves here. So I did comps on this and I saw one sold comp for this exact one that sold for like, I think it was about $35 or something like that. But other than that, I didn't see this particular one. I saw kind of similar ones that were all over the place. Because of that one sold comp, I decided to list mine for $30 and I will see what kind of interest I get in it. I watch some eBay YouTubers that are much bigger resellers than I am, and a lot of them talk about linens, blankets, things like that, and how some of them can be worth a lot of money. So since then, I have tried to expand my knowledge and go to the linens department and try to pick up what I can and do research to just kind of learn about different blankets and things like that. Have picked up a couple recently and I have sold them. So I think I sold a Christmas blanket for like $45, and then I sold a Pottery Barn one for I think about $40. Honestly, it's all a blur. It all blends together after you sell so many items, but I have sold blankets recently and I'm liking them. I mean, even though they're a little bit bigger, they fold up really nicely. I can just fit them into a larger clear poly bag and inventory them the way I would normally inventory something. So I'm really liking picking them up. So with what I've been doing, when I saw this vintage wool blanket at the bins, I checked it over for holes. It feels really nicely made. I really like the pattern. It is a really nice plaid color. This is really popular right now. And I looked for brand tags but didn't see them, but I do see this tag which says it is 100% all wool, dry cleaned only, and made in India. So I do know that it's an all wool blanket and it appears to be vintage, really heavy and well made. It's got the fringe on the edges. I'm not going to open it up because I don't want to have to refold it, but it is a pretty large blanket slash throw. So I did comps for vintage wool blankets. I didn't type in a brand or anything. I just did vintage wool blanket. And I was pleasantly surprised that the sell-through rate was amazing on eBay for pre-owned vintage wool plaid blankets. So with the vintage wool blanket, even though it doesn't have a brand, based on the comps I did, I'm thinking I can list it for $30. All right, I found these Fabletics women's crop leggings. Now, these do have a little bit of detail on them. Kind of like a, I don't know what I would call that pattern. Abstract maybe. They don't have the tag on the inside, as most Fabletics don't. Usually the owners rip out the tag, but it does have the logo on the back. They feel in really excellent condition, so I picked them up. Based on the comps I did for similar ones like this that have the color along the band and then down the sides, I am going to list this for $29.99. I know I'm all over the place. These are a pair of women's Torrid boots. I really like the style of these. There were a lot of people going through the shoe bins because there was one that just came out and they were going nuts. So I wasn't really into shoes this particular day like I normally am because I was trying to stay out of the crowd. But I did see these and nobody was going for them for whatever reason. They are by Torrid and they are obviously really large. I thought they were a men's boot at first. And they've got all the information on the bottom, and it's even got a price tag here. You can see that it looks like they've just been tried on in the store is what it looks like to me. So I'm probably going to list them new without box and just disclose that they've been tried on, but I think that's it. They are size 13 women's. So they retail for $69.90. And I went onto eBay and looked up comps for Torrid boots size 13. And I went to solds and more had sold than what were listed. So I think it's actually more popular than what I initially expected. These aren't very heavy boots. I probably paid like $3-4 for them, maybe, probably more like $3. And I am thinking with the comps that I saw, the style, the fact that they're pretty much brand new, I'm going to list these for $35. Whenever I go to the bins, I always look for hiking boots. I feel like a lot of the sellers there steer away from them because they tend to be heavier. But even if they weigh 2 or 3 pounds, I'm only paying between like $3 and $5 for them, $5 max. And that's a really good price for hiking boots because that's about what I can get at a retail store. And most of the time, the hiking boots that I'm picking up, or even work boots, I'm selling for like $40, $50, $60, sometimes $70 pre-owned. So I always look for hiking boots, and for some reason at this particular location, they don't like to pick them up. So these ones are by Vask, which is a good hiking boot to pick up. These ones have a lot of wear. I mean, they're kind of dirty. I need to like brush them, clean them up. They do have a little bit of wear here and there. Overall, once I clean them up, they'll be in decent condition. Vibram soles. Based on the comps that I saw, I think these are the Breeze Gore-Tex boots because I looked up the style number on the inside. And I'm thinking because of its condition, it's not as good as some of the other ones on eBay, even though there is a really good sell-through rate. I'm going to list these based on condition at $35, and I think they should sell pretty quickly even with the wear. This next piece is by Talbots. It's a women's size 4. It felt like linen. It is a linen blend. And this will be a good spring piece. It is like a peachy pink lightweight jacket. It's got the hidden zip. All in all, it's like a pretty modern style, I feel like. Really excellent condition, no holes or anything wrong with it. Based on the comps that I did, I'm gonna list this for $22. This is an Express men's chambray shirt, and it is the fitted style. I like picking up men's and women's chambray shirts at the bins because they're typically pretty lightweight because they're not denim, they're chambray. So they're really, really lightweight. Plus I can usually get $20 to $25 for them if it's a recognizable brand. I like this one because it has a little bit of color blocking and contrast. Now, when I got home and I was doing comps for this, I realized that there is a little bit of a hole, like a tear at the seam here by the button. I've already picked it up. I don't really feel like throwing it away. I think it'll still sell, but because of that, I'm only going to list this for $10. Had it not had that issue, I think I would have listed it for close to $20. But I'm going to still list it and see how it does because it is a more unique men's chambray shirt. So just $10 on this one, but I'm hoping that it'll go quickly. These are a pair of women's Nike Pro leggings. size small, and you can see that they're like fleece lined. They've got the really soft material on the inside. All in all, in pretty decent condition. Full length leggings, gray. It's got a lot of branding on it, so it's got the dry fit on the back, and you might be able to see with the light here, it's got Nike Pro along the waistband, and then it has the Nike check. Now it's still it's still intact, but there is a little bit of cracking starting. But nonetheless, these are in really excellent condition. I've talked about before, but Nike stuff needs to have quite a bit of branding on it, I think, for people to pick it up. So I saw these, I knew that they would do well. Based on comps, I am going to list these for $20. I like picking these up when they are more unique pieces. So this is an American Eagle soft and sexy tee. This one's a bit more unique because it is cold shoulder, and it's got the like strappy crisscross on the front, and it is a faux wrap. So a lot of things going for it. I'll make sure to put all those keywords in. A lot of people like the soft and sexy line. Admittedly, I like it a lot too. It's really comfortable and it tends to be pretty cute. Based on comps that I did for this, I'm probably going to list this for $13.99 because there's not it has like a lot of things going for it, but not a pattern or anything like that. Typically, I can get between 15 to 20 for things that have a pattern, like a floral pattern or an embroidery, but I try to stay close to $15 if it's a more solid piece. Okay, so I don't think that I said in the beginning of the video, but I spent, rounded up, $35 for all of these items. I think we are a little over halfway now, and with that in mind, we are at hoping to make about $383 right now. So I've obviously already made my money back, but I do have a lot of items. So I've got to list all these items. I've got to put all the work in, and I do think that it's worth it to go to the bins because you're getting items at such a cheap cost, but you do have to be careful about what you pick up. So let's go through the rest of the haul and see how much we are going to sell all these items for. So I picked this up mainly for me. I'm still going to list it and just wear it. I need athletic tops. I don't really like picking up sleeveless athletic tops. I don't really like picking up women's athletic tops in general, but I really like this, so I am going to wear it and keep it listed. This is by Fabletics, size small. It's like an oversized muscle tee, and it cuts pretty deep right there. It's white, and it's got like, you might not be able to tell on camera, but it's got like this floral rose pattern throughout it. I'm going to list this for $13.99, which I think is a little high, but again, I like this top and I'm going to wear it, so if it's sitting for a little bit, I don't mind that. This next piece is by J. Crew. It's an older J. Crew. Now this has a lot of great materials in it. It's got mohair, it's got viscose, it's got Angora rabbit hair, and cashmere. So because of that, I looked into it. These, I had to look all over for holes because typically all of those materials can get holes in them. I really liked the style of this. It's got this like rope braiding throughout it. I don't know what you call that. If you know, please leave a comment down below. But it's got like nautical vibes, beach vibes, even though it's long sleeve. Really cute. And then it's got the side slits. And I don't know. I just thought it was a really flattering piece. Based on the comps that I did for similar ones, I am going to list this for $22. These are a really, really old pair. They might even be vintage 90s. I've got to look it up. Pair of men's North Fleece size large pants, and they are completely fleece. They're all fleece pants. They do have the drawstring on, like a toggle drawstring on the waistband here. Just solid black. It does have, it's hard to see because it's black, but it does have the North Face embroidery right here. I think that these are really old. Like I said, they might be 90s. So I did comps for these. I found similar ones, but I don't think I saw any that were exactly like this. Based on the comps I did, I think I'm going to list these for $22. These are a pair of women's Rerock jeans. Rerock is a brand by Express. These are straight. I picked them up because they are more of a modern style. They're kind of that like faded wash. They've got some distressing on them. Nothing too special on the back pockets, but like I said, it seems to be a pretty modern style. We've got some distressing back here as well. Really good condition. Based on the comps that I did for these, I'm going to list them for $18. Next is this Oakley shirt. Now, Oakley retail, all their stuff retails for quite a bit. I don't know if you've ever been in an Oakley store. I think it's more popular around where I live. But yeah, their stuff retails for crazy amounts of money. So whenever I find Oakley, I typically try to look it up. Since I was getting this at the Benz, I picked it up without comping. This is a like washed out baseball tee, and it has a pretty cool graphic on it. It's got a bear. Thought it was interesting. Pretty plain on the back. Good condition. I'm going to put burnout in the title because this is like a thin burnout tee. Based on the comps that I did, I am going to list this for $22. And I didn't see a lot of information on eBay about any like women's Oakley baseball burnout tees. I only saw one sold comp. That was about how much it was going for. All right, we are getting close to the end. This is actually, believe it or not, a lot less than I normally pick up at the Benz. I think I was only there for a couple of hours. Usually I'm spending 4 to 5 hours at the Benz when I go to make it worth my time. And I usually pick up like a whole cartload. This one I only had about a half a cart full. So I only got like 2 big bags. Usually I'm walking out with a lot more than that. This next one is a Yeti size small. Yeti is like an outdoorsy brand. It's sold at Dick's, Dunham's, places like that. They sell like camping gear usually, and they're really famous for their Yeti stainless tumblers, cups, travel mugs, things like that. If you've never had one, they're kind of expensive for what it is, but it is totally worth it. It is the best travel mug I've ever had. Keeps things cold for forever, and it keeps things hot for forever. And their coolers, everyone swears by. So I know a lot about this brand. It's really popular where I live. So this is a Yeti men's t-shirt. I picked it up because I know a lot about the brand and I thought it would do well. And I know that Yeti has a following. It's just plain on the back. Nothing too special, but the spell out is in camo, so I thought that that would be a good style. Based on the comps I did, I'm only going to list this for $15, but I do think that it will sell pretty quickly. This is another older North Face piece. This one's a women's. This is size 6. I looked up the style number on the inside for these just to try and get a name for it, and these are called the Lotus Cashmere Canvas Shorts. I mean, they're cute. They're kind of just a basic short. I wasn't expecting a whole lot for them anyways, but I picked them up because they were North Face, got the branding on the back. Based on comps, I'm going to list these for $15. I found this tangled up at the bottom of a bin. Probably nobody thought it was anything because it's a really thin material, but had a feeling it might be Lululemon, and it was. So here is the dot on the back. This is just a women's muscle tank. I am going to list this. I usually go on Lulu Fanatics and figure out the exact name for this, but I just really didn't feel like going through all of them and try to figure out this exact style. So I just comped Lululemon women's muscle tanks, and based on similar styles, I'm going to list this one for $25. This is by Life is Good. I like picking this up if I get it at the bins. They have a really good sell-through rate. This one's a women's top, and this has a following. So if you find Life is Good for cheap, I would say pick it up. You're usually looking at between $15 and $20 depending on what the piece is pre-owned. This one has a little dog on a hammock, which I thought was cute. I am, based on comps, going to list this for $12.99. I normally would list it for like 15 bucks, but I did find this exact shirt on comps and they were going for pretty low. So I'm listing this one at $12.99 to stay competitive and to move it. This shirt was probably my favorite find, and it's probably going to make me like the least amount of money, but I had to pick it up because I just thought it was cool. So this is probably a brand nobody's ever heard of called Stedman. Made in the US, size large. This is a vintage shirt and it's so super thin. It is single stitched. Oh, I just noticed there's a little bit of a spot on the back. That's okay. So it is just a men's graphic shirt, plain on the back. But I picked it up just because I thought it was cool, and it's the oldest shirt I think I've ever found. And it's dated 1989, which, like I said, I think is the oldest shirt I've ever found. It's got a really interesting graphic on it. I don't know. I picked it up. I'm going to see if somebody wants this just for nostalgia, but I had to pick it up just because of the dating, and I'm going to list this for $25 and see how it does. All right, I found this We the Free. Actually, my mom found this. We the Free size extra small shirt. I thought it was cute. I know I can usually get like 15 bucks for these, at least. It's got like some floral graphic on it. Now, I thought it was interesting because of the asymmetric cut on it, but I didn't realize that I think somebody did this intentionally. I don't think it was made like this. So because of that, I'm not going to list it for as much as I normally would. Yeah, like I'm looking here and it doesn't look like it's finished there, so that's why I think someone did it. Still cute, still Free People vibes. This may even get me more for it because it's asymmetric, but because of that, I'm listing lower than I normally would, and I'm going to list this for $15. This is another athletic piece that I am keeping for myself, but I'm going to list while I wear it. This is by Athleta, size medium. It's just a cobalt blue muscle tank, and it's got like that burnout material. Nothing too special, but good brand. And like I said, I was looking for workout tops, so this one I'm only going to list at $10. And that's why I don't usually pick up athletic tops, because they don't go for a whole lot and people aren't willing to pay that much. Look at me, I need gym clothes and I'm only willing to pay for tops at the bins because I know I'm just going to get them sweaty and destroy them. Here is another American Eagle Soft and Sexy line. This one says plush on it, and it's like a lightweight sweater. And it's also almost like that burnout material, but it's really like soft and plushy. So this is just a green top, long sleeve, nothing special. It's got like that heathered pattern on it. This one, based on comps, I am going to list for $15. So the rest of these are Fabletics leggings. I know I showed one in the beginning. I should have kept them with this, but based on how they were in the bag, that's just how I pulled them out. I found a pocket in one bin of Fabletics leggings and no one was going for them, so I snatched them all up. They were all in really great condition. So these ones are very similar to the ones before. They've got like the pattern on the waistband. They've got the logo on the back. Now these ones actually do have the tag on the inside. So I'll be able to look up that style number. I think that these are called the Camacan leggings. I've got to look it up, but very similar to the ones before, just a different color and pattern. There are also the crop leggings, and I'm gonna also list these for $29.99. Fabletics leggings, these ones don't have the tag on the inside, they do have the logo. Another pair of crop leggings, these ones have a green waistband. These ones are a different style. I have to see if I can figure out what they are. Based on comps of similar looking leggings, I am going to list these ones for $29.99. Fabletics leggings, no tag, logo on the back. These ones have like a pink piping, and they're also a crop. So based on comps for these ones, I think these are probably a less desirable style, but I need to do more research. But based on comps of similar ones, I'm going to list these for $25. All right, guys, so that is it for my haul from the bins. Again, I just wanted to say that some of these pieces aren't normally stuff I would pick up, but I thought it would be fun to do a haul without doing comps and just see what I can get. And I hope you guys enjoyed the format of this video. Me putting the count up on the screen here. So just to summarize, I was there for a couple of hours. I paid $35 for all of these items. Again, a couple of them I'm going to wear, but I'm still going to list them. And I got 33 items total. This makes my average cost for each item $1.06, which is pretty low. That's why people go to the bins. And that's even including the shoes that I got. So if I wouldn't have got those shoes, it would be even way less than that because most of the clothing is pretty lightweight. And I'm estimating that I am going to make $698.92. So that's roughly turning $35 into roughly $700. That is an amazing return on investment. Now I am having to spend a little bit more time than I normally would to list these items because normally I'm picking up higher valued items, and so I would be spending about half the time to list half the amount of items to make the same amount of profit. But when you go to the bins, you're looking for items at a very low cost, so it is worth it, in my opinion, to pick them up if you price competitively, which I feel like I did price pretty competitively based on comps. So they should sell fairly quickly, and that is what I am hoping for. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below, and I will talk to you guys next time.